What's up YouTube? Welcome back to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. I'm your host Joss, and today we are talking about Avengers. What else is new? Don't forget to subscribe to our new social media pages, which are linked down below, and hang out with me until the end of this video because I am going to look at some comments about what you guys are saying about the Avengers movie. As the entire world would know, Avengers Endgame is coming out today, but I was lucky enough to go to the VIP screening of it last night. No, I'm not here to brag about that fact. I am here to give you guys my honest review about the movie. No bullshit. And yes, there will be spoilers, so this is your fair warning. I am basically going to ruin the entire movie for you if you haven't seen it yet, so it is your choice if you continue watching or not. Let's get started with today's video, Avengers Endgame movie review. Let me start off by saying wow. Just wow. I think we all expected that this movie would be unreal, but it literally exceeded my expectations. The opening scene was a beautiful summer day where we got to see Hawkeye outside of his house spending some quality time with his family. He's teaching his daughter how to shoot an arrow. Go figure. But within the first 2 minutes, the scene takes a dark turn, and from that moment on, you can barely catch your breath. The movie is packed with action, you barely have time to blink, breathe, and don't think for a second that you have time to run to the washroom. Yes, prepare yourself to hold your bladder for 3 hours because there's maybe like 1 2-minute scene where you can sneak off without missing anything too important. But seriously, it is never a dull moment. Before the movie came out, there were tons of theories floating around the internet. One was that Ant-Man defeats Thanos by crawling up his butt and expanding, and I am going to confirm with you right now, no, that didn't happen. However, one other theory was true. Within the first 20 minutes of the film, Thanos was defeated. The Avengers find him hiding out on a planet by himself, living in some garden. After a quick battle with the Avengers, Thor ends up slicing off his head with the epic statement, "I went for his head," which was hilarious because if you can remember at the end of Infinity War, before Thanos snaps, he tells him, "You should have went for the head." Although this moment was epic and all our theories were put to rest, I couldn't help but feel just a little bit disappointed that this was the big defeat I was waiting for all this time. But I was later thrown into the whirlpool when the time change happens and Thanos catches onto their plan and is able to come back once again for a final epic battle. At first, I have to admit I thought it was kinda goofy when Ant-Man suggested they go back in time and collect all the stones, but that's really what made up the majority of the movie plot. Once the Avengers figure out the timeline, they head back to the place and year that the Infinity Stones were. This was one of my favorite things about the movie, to be honest, because it made the entire franchise come full circle. We got to see them living out movie scenes from some of our other favorite Marvel movies, and we also got to look at some old characters. Jane, Thor's mom, Peggy, Stark's dad, Hank Pym, and so much more. Sorry to dish all of that out on you guys, but my god, it was so cool to see these characters incorporated into this movie. The movie had a bunch of tearjerker moments, but it also had a lot of comedy in it, which was a lot of fun. Seeing Chris Hemsworth as a fat slob the majority of the movie was just the icing on the cake. I personally thought it was hilarious, but I'm sure some girls were upset they didn't get to see his chiseled six-pack that he's always flaunting. The movie added in some modern jokes like talking about social media, playing Fortnite, and even dabbing. This might make some longtime Marvel fans cringe just a little bit, but this generation will die over it, as they say. While the humor made us laugh, other parts of the movies not so much. Fans in the theater were absolutely devastated that Black Widow and Iron Man both die. I was not thrilled by this choice, and what made it worse was that they died in a way that it actually can't be undone. They really are gone. But on the bright side, maybe that's why Black Widow was confirmed that she will be getting her own origin movie. That's the good news for Black Widow fans, we still get to see her in that movie, which could also lead to other ones. Although we lost some of our favorite Avengers, we also saw the return of a lot of our favorite superheroes. And when I say a lot, I mean everyone. Like literally everyone. Leading up to this movie, the internet went crazy trying to predict who would make their way back into this movie. Well, no one would have guessed that everyone makes a final appearance as they return to defeat Thanos altogether. Yes, I mean all the people that were dusted are back. We see the emotional reunite of Spider-Man and Iron Man, which had us all wanting to cry. But we also see the reunite of Ant-Man and the Wasp, which made us really happy. A lot of fans were wondering about Captain Marvel's role in the movie, and yes, she's back, but she's really not in it that much. I have kind of mixed emotions about it. I would have liked to see her more, but I'm also very happy that the movie focused on the original Avengers for the most part. One person I wasn't too thrilled about was Nebula. The evil Nebula, I should say. She had me really pissed off in the movie theater as I watched her completely ruin everything by backstabbing her own sister and everyone else along with it. But once she was taken care of, I was okay. It just sucked seeing the betrayal, but I guess we had to expect to see that in the final movie. The ending of the movie. What can I say about the ending of the movie? The final battle was epic, and I just mean epic. There's really no other way to say it, but when you watch it, you guys will understand what I mean. But after all the chaos and Thanos is finally defeated by being dusted himself, we get to watch life continue on without Black Widow and Iron Man. They end the movie with a brutally sad funeral scene and then kick you down even more when we find out that Captain America has chosen to travel back in time and live out his life with Peggy. So now we're down 3 of the Avengers, but the good news is Cap passed on his shield to the one and only Falcon, who will officially be the new Captain America. So now we know that the franchise will continue with a new captain and a new team. We got to see an awesome tribute to all the main Avengers at the end of the movie, which had the theater in mixed emotions. It really is the end of an era for Marvel fans, but it was one hell of a ride. Those are my feelings on the movie, so how about now we check out some comments from Lucy's spoiler-free movie review. Scott Balt says, "It was amazing." Right? It was so good. Havana Unana says, "Endgame was so funny, especially Thor." I actually think he was the funniest one in the movie, to be honest. The newer version of him is hilarious. Giovanni William Santos says, "I can't see it until Saturday, sad face." Man, that sucks. Apparently, it sold out for days here in Toronto at all theaters. It's insane. I can't wait for all of you guys to see it. Make sure you let me know all of your thoughts and feelings down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys thought of the movie. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe before you go. I'm your host Joss, and I'll see you next time.